Good afternoon. Welcome to the King Mike podcast. I'm King Mike. This is
Mahreal.
Mahreal. Happy birthday, Mahreal.
You were gonna call me Mark.
No, I wasn't.
You were gonna call me Mark. I
wasn't.
can't ask our producer because then he's gonna go on for an hour.
Right.
But you were gonna call me Mark. You were like Mahreal.
If y'all could see what she looked like, ain't no motherfucker in the world, not even the trans community, ever call her Mark. Not even a stud would even call her Mark. Like, bitch, you a Marquisha.
You stupid.
Nobody call you Mark.
Okay. What was your question?
I just said happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you. It's been the worst few days of my life. Okay.
Why was it the worst days of your life?
My birthday didn't go as planned. The little argument broke out, and then I got stung by a bee. I feel like I'm going through my Saturn return right now, but that's not going to happen till 2028 from what ChatGPT is saying. So I'm just going through turmoil right now, and I just, God, knock on wood, take me out, knock on wood, you know what I mean?
So what happened? What happened?
Seeing this guy, and we weren't really telling anyone. So a friend was there, and she's my closest friend, and he's also friends with her. But
the lesbian that you cock like me?
Not the lesbian.
You know I love lesbians.
Okay, we talk about that off camera, please.
Go ahead.
Anyway, she found out.
Mm-hmm.
And she was just a little upset because I didn't tell her.
That's it?
That's it. And then I got stung by a bee. And I found out I'm allergic to bees.
Before you go to the bee subject, check your boyfriend's phone first, because she may have been trying to fuck him too. She may are you talking to him? I don't want to be a hater. But, just grab the phone, look at it, and see if you got any texts or a call from him. But not to the bees.
I was giving him a hug. First of all, I trust him. I was giving him a hug, and I got stung in my thumb here.
Hold on. How many dudes have you fucked that you didn't trust? Exactly. Now back to the bees.
Okay, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this, Michael.
I see my eyes.
Yeah, we're making eye contact, okay?
It's hard, but
Okay, Michael. I don't trust a lot of motherfuckers, but if I let you in my space, it's because I trust you. That's my answer.
How long have he been in your space? How long has he been in your space?
A while now.
How long have you known him before he got in your space?
A while.
Now you in television land. What does a while mean? Because I've been sitting here a while waiting for these two late motherfuckers to show up. I'm just saying. But go ahead now to the bees.
Okay, I was hugging him and the bee flew off his back and stung me right here.
Yeah, the bee is jealous too, huh?
Yeah, the bee was jealous. It's like, bitch, you can't have anything today.
So, and you had to go to the hospital or just got stung?
I took a bunch of Benadryl, but it was swollen for a few days. And then I felt sick.
How'd you get the bee sting out? How'd you get the stinger out?
I pulled the bitch out.
That's why. Next time get a little razor and just a tiny slit and then pick it out, because the bee has all the venom in the stinger, and when you grab the stinger, it goes into your hand. When I was a little kid, we used to catch him by the stinger because it not sting, and one little goofus, I don't know if he knew if he was allergic to bees or not. He went and jumped on a little ivy or whatever, tried to catch a bee and got fucked up. We had to go call his mom. This nigga down here, face all sweated up. But,
Alright, so what's on today's agenda?
Also, you know what's on my mind?
What?
I want to know how come when a black person gets shot, all lives matter. But when this motherfucking, well, I don't even want to say motherfucking because I don't want y'all to think I'm calling Charlie Kirk a motherfucker. I'm just going to say when this fucker got shot, they expect the whole world to stop and mourn for him. That's your boy. I'm not saying that it's okay to shoot nobody, but why I gotta be sad with you? You feel me? I've seen a lot of funerals where people going down the freeway and motherfuckers cut their line because they got somewhere to go. They got to get a pass. They ain't respecting the dead like that in California no more. But that ain't the point. The point is Charlie Kirk ain't had nothing good to say about black people. Nothing, not much good to say about women, not much good to say about homosexuals. And I'm not really, trying to champion homosexuals like that. But you can't expect us to stop, have a moment of silence, or mourn for this motherfucker. Especially when black people die and he over here, he's a scumbag, he's this or that, he's that. Fuck out my face with that bullshit. What do you think about that before I go forward?
I totally agree with what you're saying. Like, when someone of color dies, all lives matter. But when this one person passed, the whole world needs to mourn him.
They flying flags at half-mast and all kind of bullshit.
Right. But I will say nobody deserves to die, not even your worst enemy. And I saw the footage, and I'm assuming we all saw the footage on what happened and stuff, and I was in complete disbelief, shock, sick to my fucking stomach. Like, I watched it a few times, I'm like, no way that's real. But also, it looks like it could have been staged.
Yeah, it was supposed to be staged. It was a dry run. He probably was going to get assassinated by his own people, but it wasn't supposed to have been that day. The way I see it is just my theory. It's just my theory. If Trump don't have a coup to take over the leadership of the United States, he's not going to leave office anyway. And the first thing he was going to do, because this is his last term. This is his first year complete or second. I think it's his first year. I'm not sure. But sooner or later, he's going to have to sacrifice. He's going to have to pull a stunt to get everybody in the mindset of being angry to go against the other political party or whatever to keep him in line.
Yeah.
I've already seen the motherfuckers blow up at World Trade Center to declare war on one man, which is bullshit. And now they're coming out now telling people what black people knew 2 days after the 911. They blew up their own building. Ain't no damn airplane can crash into a building that size and talk about jet fuel made the building crumble. And we done seen plane crashes and you got burnt ass trees still standing up. The jet fuel ain't even burnt through the entire tree, but it crashed through a whole entire building. 3 of them. Come on. That's the problem is white folks will believe anything other white folks tell them. Niggas, you got to make a rap video. But for white people, just put it on the news and they gonna believe that shit. You look at the Charlie Kirk. I saw a nigga standing to the right of Charlie Kirk doing this. Doing baseball signals, right? He stepped forward. Another nigga, stepped forward, and then an idiot, which I believe never should have shot him for real, was supposed to just do the motion so you can see that shit worked cleanly. And there was supposed to be a getaway man on the roof because, matter of fact, whenever you see an assassination or a murder, they show you everything, right? They don't show you a nigga running off the roof 2, 3, 4 days later. Now, here's the thing. If you look at the footage of that motherfucker running off the roof, he don't have no gun. He's just running, jumping off the roof, doing his maneuvers. And they talk about they found him shooting the rifle in the woods with some transcriptions on there. Bullshit. You can see when they teach you how to shoot a gun. Usually you aiming it, you holding it, and you aiming it. And look right next to Charlie Kirk what this motherfucker did. First guy did this or whatever, right? Second guy did his little steal second base sign, and then the third dude went pop. No, he was like pop, just like that. Right next to him, it was 1, 2. The shooter was over here. Then they came up and got this one of, before I talk about the so-called shooter, let me just ask you about Trump. Have you ever seen Trump give a speech where he sounded intelligent? Ever. Trump always has something stupid to say or say something to put his foot in his mouth. But he had a prepared speech less than an hour after this nigga died. He's a martyr. He's this. He spoke eloquently about Charlie Kirk as if somebody else wrote it. He had a prepared speech waiting for him.
He probably ChatGPT'd that shit.
He probably did. I don't know what Chat EBT is, but
ChatGPT.
oh, I wanted my free money. What is it now?
ChatGPT is this AI app where
where you could just say some shit and it write it out for you.
Yeah.
Probably, but Chat EBT would have said no.
You said ChatGPT, Michael.
I'm sorry, I don't know if you getting money for Chat GB. What is it now?
ChatGPT. It ain't Chat EBT, because if it was Chat EBT, I'd be at Erewhon right now shopping.
Right.
I've never been to Erewhon, but continue with what you were saying.
Erewhon or Irvine?
Erewhon.
What's Erewhon?
It's like the bougier version of Whole Foods. They sell camel milk for like $17.
Oh, she's from Egypt. Camel milk.
I've never had camel milk, but I want to be able to walk in there saying I could afford to buy frozen camel milk.
Give me a porno and some KY jelly, and I'll come back with some camel milk for you.
I'm good.
You sure?
The door is that way.
I can make you some camel milk.
The door.
You know niggas in America ain't never had.
That way.
We ain't never had no camel milk and never seen no shit like that. I seen some goat milk. I never tasted it, but I've seen it, in the stores. But camel milk?
You look like you would drink rat milk.
If I didn't know what it was, I probably would. They say it tastes like dehydrated coochie juice. I may give it a try. But anyway, as far as like Charlie Kirk is concerned, now, if something happened and me and you were in different parts of the city, I don't think we had the same rhetoric unless we had the same ideology. From California to Texas to Florida to Maine, every single white person wanted to go to war against black people. For what? What the hell did we do other than help you out of all your problems? Whatever you do, every invention that you use, black people have done it for you. Mm-hmm. Whether they did it voluntarily or involuntarily. All of them were sitting here trying to blame black people, talking about white men fight back. Against who? Who? And then it comes out that it was a white shooter. You know why it was a white shooter? Because they wasn't supposed to be shot. You're not going to find no niggas in Utah unless they play for the Jazz. Either they playing professional basketball or they playing for the BYU Cougars. So they couldn't fuck up no scholarship. The college is paying for that. So where you find a nigga real quick in Utah? So there was supposed to have been a dry run. They wasn't supposed to shoot him there. They couldn't find no motherfucker there. So what they had to do is go get somebody's retarded son. I'll give you $100,000 to give up this motherfucker. We're gonna put him in jail, and he don't know what he's doing. He a retard, just like Dylan Rue. So what they do? We're gonna give him $100,000 a reward to see the capture, and his father turned him in. What kind of nigga you have to be for your father to turn you in? Now I've seen a case. I had a homeboy. They were getting too close to him. A nigga wasn't even on America's Most Wanted. So his grandmother didn't turn him in. Grandmother preacher said, "Give yourself up. It's the Lord will want you to." They gave that nigga the death penalty. So anytime a preacher tell you some of that Lord shit, slap him in his mouth. Especially if this motherfucker talking about he need money to build a church. Nigga, you got a job. The fuck you need us to donate money over and over so you can have a Cadillac or a Rolls Royce or a Rolex and all that? I ain't believing nothing to come out no preacher mouth. Hell no. What they call the preachers in Egypt? Pharaohs?
Like the pastors and stuff?
Yeah.
Abuna.
Abunas?
Abuna.
Like Abuna Nakata?
I don't know what you just said.
Abuna Makata.
Do you mean Hakuna Matata?
Hakuna Matata is if you sober, but if your ass is high, nigga, Abuna Matata. Pull your panties down. That's how drunk niggas talk. Yeah.
Alright, so I want to talk about men's mental health today because mental health is such a serious topic, and I feel like not a lot of men can prioritize their mental well-being. Am I wrong?
I don't know. It's usually when I hear about men's mental health, it's a woman who got fucked over in the game and mad at men. I don't see nothing wrong. We knew niggas was crazy when we see him, but women, I'm gonna go have a baby by him because he's different. That nigga was crazy.
Nah, I mean like y'all take pride. Y'all act tough, but at the end of the day, you guys are sensitive, and that's okay to be vulnerable. That's okay to be like, I'm not okay.
Explain.
Bobo is looking at me like I'm fucking...
Don't be dragging him in. You're supposed to be talking.
I'm just saying, a lot of you men suck it up, and you shouldn't have to suck it up. You should feel free to be vulnerable with your close circle.
Please explain that, because we're not gay. Now in a gay
I'm not
neighborhood,
saying.
yeah.
See, this is the problem. This is the problem. We're not gay.
Right, we're not.
Okay, so if your kid died today, I'm just being blunt.
Understood.
If your child passed away today, or someone you loved passed away today, someone close to you, your sister, your mother, your friend, your grandma, your grandpa, whatever, or your son, you gonna tell me you're gonna suck it up and keep walking? You're not gonna express yourself freely?
It's gonna be bittersweet, because now I'm off child support. Like, bitch, you on your own now, but I'm still upset about my son. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
You know,
So there's a rainbow. There's a rainbow. There's a pot of gold at the end. A pot of gold.
I'm just saying there should be more.
If my son died at 19 or 20, I'd be all on the street like, oh, my nigga dead. He should have did this shit before I was on child support. But once I'm off child support, and I'll dig his ass up and kill him again. All this money I spent on child support, now I gotta sit there and pay another $30,000 to bury your punk ass nigga. You talking about hi mom, I love mom, ain't never did shit but dad. Who gave you your first fucking car? Who taught you how to ride a bike and throw a football, nigga? So if you got to go, nigga, go as an adolescent. Don't go as an adult. I'm gonna be mad, nigga. You better have me and niggas in their 20s don't have the sense to say I'm gonna get life insurance and leave some shit to dad. They don't do that. It's about after I die, then he'll start thinking about his mortality. All of us did.
What's your son's name?
Which one?
The oldest one.
I ain't gonna put that on television.
Listen,
My son's name
the oldest son, I need you to get a life insurance policy because your daddy ain't gonna give a shit about you if you don't.
I'll give a shit about him. I'm just not gonna cry in front of all y'all. You just won't see me for a while.
But what I'm saying is it's okay to let the emotion out.
Men do. We just do it behind closed doors.
Right.
We don't be crying like no bitch in front of other niggas and shit. That's what, toilets are made. They used to be made for shitting and crying. Now shitting, crying, and Facebook. And if you under 21, quit shitting, crying, Facebook, and jacking off. But other than that, that's what toilets are for. Because, animals shit in the woods out in the open. A man go where he can go, they put the door there because he might cry. So you don't understand, because sometimes you might eat a burrito and tears will come out your eyes if that motherfucker was full of jalapenos. So, to keep from watching a grown man cry, because a woman, if you live with a nigga, why he have to close the door when he shit? The smell will still come through the bottom of the door. But he don't want this woman to see him cry. That's the reason why we have doors on the restroom. Okay, next.
Anyway, I'm just saying that men should have a support system to be able to be vulnerable.
We do. It's called weed. And if something really tragic happens, it's called alcohol and cocaine.
Right, but don't you want to heal sober?
See, healing is a feminist word that they made up just to support an argument that the gays took over. I ain't got no swords. A nigga punched me in my mouth. I was healed in about a week. The mental scars, that's what they made guns for.
So I'm gay for healing.
It's okay for a woman to be gay. If I came over to see you and you was in full lick of another woman, I'd take my clothes off too. I'm like, motherfucker, slide over. Let me in. But if my homeboy was over there in full stroke taking one up the ass, I'm just going to moonwalk out like I was Michael Jackson and do a spin, one of hee and get my ass back in the car and just act like I don't know this nigga no more. That's how we do it.
Okay. All I'm just saying is I feel like I'm the type of person, if you were going through something, I would want you to be vulnerable, and I would create a safe space for you to be vulnerable, for you to, this is gonna sound, he's gonna say so much shit after this, for you to spill out your feelings, okay? All I'm just saying is, I'm a person who has a heart. And if you're not okay, you're not okay. Whether you're a woman or especially a man, you should be able to express yourself freely without having it bottled up and coping in other ways with it.
I got a question. Because somebody told me some shit that sound crazy to me, but it don't to the feminists and the gays. I was on Facebook once again, and I said something, and this girl said, I got to leave this group. I don't feel safe here. I'm like, bitch, I'm in California, and I already looked at her profile because she had big titties. This bitch was over in Florida somewhere, like Georgia, right over there. How could you not feel safe, and I'm in California? So please explain to me the safe space, because I don't get that. It's just a
What
word.
did you say?
I didn't. I was just laughing like, this bitch don't feel safe. Cause like my partner had this joke back in the 90s, so you probably wasn't born back then. But back in the 90s, they had this, the feminists was trying every stupid thing, right? And did you ever hear about being molested by a phone call? They were like trying to get people arrested for phone rape. What the hell is that? And my boy had a joke about it, like, you know, like he called, who is this? And instead of hanging the phone up, the bitch like, oh no, please, don't do it. Don't say it. Take your clothes off. No, please. You know, like, that's the equivalent to that shit. I don't feel safe and you on the internet. Bitch, log off. That's what I say. So I want to know, I'm asking you, and if you guys going to look at this in the comments, please define a safe space. Because no real man need no shit like that, no safe space. Well, that don't make sense to no man. God gave us these. And white people corrupted the way you read your own Bible. They took your Bible from you, gave you one talking about non-violent. God ain't said not non-violence. He said vengeance was his. All these Christian-ass white people talking about going to war. How you going to be going to war, tell the niggas to be non-violent, but you want to fight? Oh, yeah, okay. Safe space. Go ahead. What's a safe space? That's what I want to know.
You ain't got a safe space right now.
I know you just tried to choke me to death, but I'm just saying.
You ain't got a safe space right now. You ain't got a safe space. I swear to God, you ain't got a safe space. Where's that slate, motherfucker? You better slate it. Y'all better say cut. Cut.
I think I upset her. And this is my thing about these damn feminists and gays. If you don't go their way, they gonna Charlie Kirk your ass. I better should have searched her before we started. You got to believe what they believe. You got to talk what they talk, or they gonna try to choke you to death. Luckily, she didn't have no hammer. I'll be dead. You can't have a sense of humor. You can't have a question. I just want to know, because like if we were talking about non-binary, that shit there, I done turned the whole.
We'll be back after this commercial break. I really hate the healthcare system in the United States, and I'm pretty sure a majority of you do. Like, a lot of people shouldn't be doctors. And I don't mean to single out a big part of this race in the United States, but some white people should not be diagnosing me when they don't even know what they're talking about. Okay? Not me. I trust people, doctors, from third world countries. They've seen malaria, they've seen thrush, they've seen smallpox. Shit, we only read in the Bible. Okay? I'm seeing this guy, you know, we're really digging each other and stuff. We've been having a lot of fun. But a few days later, I started feeling really sick. And then I started getting these bumps in my mouth. And you know, Michael had to step out the room. I started getting these bumps in my mouth. So I went to the emergency room because my throat started to close. And it's packed in the ER, and the doctor, nurse calls me in, nurse taking my vitals and stuff, and then all of a sudden she opens my mouth and takes a step back, like I just proposed to her. the doctor over. The doctor comes over. He examines my mouth. And in front of all these other nurses, doctors, and patients in this packed-ass emergency room, he announces, "You have mouth herpes." When I tell you my soul left my body, I'm not done that day! I was begging them. I was going back and forth with these idiots. Okay? I was like, I don't have herpes. Please test me for anything. COVID, pregnancy tests, a fucking strep, flu, anything! So, I finally got them to test me for all that shit. Sent me out the fucking door with herpes medication. And I'm in the pharmacy crying in the fucking line, questioning all my life choices. Okay? I felt like I was shopping at this point for Diddy oil and holy water. And then the worst part was, y'all, the song that was playing on the speaker inside of the pharmacy was B2K. Bump, bump, bump. And I was like, what is my life right now? What is this? So an hour later, I get a call from the hospital. The doctor's like, so you tested positive for strep. I'm like, oh my God, thank God. I don't have herpes. No, you still have herpes. You need to go to the dentist. So the next morning, I schedule an emergency visit to the dentist. I go in, I have a mask on like I'm Batman with secrets. Alfred, where's my herpes medication? So I sit in the chair, the nurses at the dentist's office ask me, hey, are you sick? Is there anything we should know? And I'm like, I have strep and possibly herpes. So in comes this doctor from South America. She comes walking right in without even saying hi. Like, damn, bitch, buy me a drink first, okay? She checks in there, and then she's just like, I see the problem. She was just like, did you eat anything hot recently? And I'm like thinking to myself, what did I eat recently that was hot besides this chocolate, man? And then it dawned on me. Saturday night, I was at a karaoke party, and I had ordered hot, sizzling jalapeno poppers. And I'm like, yeah, I did eat some hot jalapeno poppers. I burnt my thumb, and my mouth was burning for a while. She's like, you have trauma sores, but you also have a lot of plaque and tartar, and I can tell you've never got your teeth cleaned before, so we need to get some cleanings in. But yeah, I really hate the healthcare system, but the bottom line is, this whole time, I just had trauma sores and really bad medical health care insurance. Yeah.
My thing is, my commentary that I want to talk about was how, black people, it's one thing to deal with racism, to put up with it, but it's another to go along with that shit. What I mean is, I stopped fucking with the NFL when they dogged out Colin Kaepernick. Here's a man who took a knee to protest police brutality and the deaths of black people and the fallen soldiers in the not the Iraq war, but because there wasn't a war going on when Trump was in office. I forget what it was. Anyway, the United States flag code tell you when you honoring a dead soldier, take a knee to the flag. Trump, like, he knew what he signed up for. Unlike what he said about Charlie Kirk. He had some stupid shit. He knew what he signed up for. You feel me? Not a single white person knows the flag code, but you mad at an American who happens to be black to take a knee at the flag. Put him all out of football. Go read the flag code. Any of you white people, and I can pretty much tell you 99% of you break the flag code. I won't say daily, I'll say weekly. You got a fucking hat with an American flag on it, you have broken the flag code. They should put that, you supposed to be fined and arrested. Were you white bitches with them bikinis and flag, with the United States flag? You ain't supposed to do that. You can put an eagle, you ain't, unless you're a police officer or some kind of first responder, you're not supposed to have an American flag on your damn uniform. American flag is not a mascot. It's not something that you can advertise. It's something you're supposed to be proud of. You salute. White people walk around with the American flag just wherever, whenever, however. That's wrong, messing with our camera. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the background. Whenever, however, whenever. But then when I talk about this black person was wrong for honoring the Americans who have passed away to gun violence, and to the soldier, the American soldier who passed away in the war. But he can't play football no more. But yet this agitator, that's what he was, an agitator. He went around the colleges intentionally antagonizing gays or antagonizing black women. And he made some valid points, but he left off the truth to a lot of things. Don't tell me how blacks should be able to pull themselves up by their bootstraps, and how come their communities aren't like the other communities when we have a history of you racist people burning down black cities, flooding out black cities, intentionally killing off the black banks and not giving the black people loans simply because they're black. But yet you gonna talk about black people need to just work harder? You crazy. Stop talking about gang violence when you got documented proof that Herbert Hoover, what's that gay FBI, what's his name? I forget, but
something Hoover.
Yeah, J. Edgar Hoover. J. Edgar Hoover, he infiltrated gang activity. The first thing that he did was went and started to murder all Black Panthers. What did Fred Hampton do to get murdered? Dream about freedom? That nigga was in the bed, sleep, caught that nigga mid-snore and got the busting caps on him. His wife had to jump over him so to try to get them to stop shooting him. I don't know if she got shot, but he was already gone. Then they start splits, then they start flooding the hood with drugs. A lot of Black Panthers got drug habits. Why? Because it's easy to send a spy, a woman, to party with you and convince you to get high, especially when you're drunk or you smoking weed or whatever. I'm not making that as an excuse, but the whole agenda was to bring the Panthers down. And then other smaller groups start showing up in neighborhoods. Crips, businessmen, spook hunters, all that. And one by one, the FBI crushed them all. So when we even try to protect our own neighborhoods, y'all come along with that. But then tell me some Charlie Kirk heroic shit when all Charlie Kirk did was say some silly shit. Black women get their jobs from DEI. That they're unqualified. But yet you can go on any social media right now and see video after video of white policemen getting made to look stupid for not knowing their job. You can't videotape here. Ain't nobody breaking in shit. Ain't nobody trying to molest or nothing. Motherfuckers standing there minding their own business. And mind you, it's white people posting these videos because a black person trying to do that shit will get killed. Because that white officer don't know his job. And it ain't just that. How many times have you went to court to fight a ticket? If the officer knew his job, you wouldn't have never got the ticket in the first place. not to get kicked out. Everybody would be guilty because he knew his job. But they just giving tickets to anything by what they assumed. They didn't get no job because they was qualified. They got the job because they were white. In Los Angeles, Mayor Yardy, this is back in the 60s now, he intentionally solicited for white boys in Mississippi, in Tennessee, in Georgia, to come to LA to be LA police officers to help solve the nigger problem. Okay? Now you can say this is 225 now, right? 2025. But if you was hired in the 60s and you were a Ku Klux Klanman, a straight racist, and you there for 30 years, that'll put you where? In the 1990s by the time you're ready to retire? So how far up the ladder can you move? To sergeant, deputy, to sergeant, to captain, whatever. Watch whatever. Bottom line is the people that's doing the hiring. The fuck is that? The people that's doing the hiring were racist. So do you think they were hiring black folks, Nation of Islam members, people with FOI experience, or were they hiring good old second generation racists? Because LAPD was some of the most racist around here. You get your ass towed up, if not killed, getting caught by the LAPD when you by yourself. And you better not have a nice car. If you have just this much of an imperfection in your seat, he gonna rip that shit open. Was there drugs? No, it ain't nothing in that car. Ain't no drugs. Busting out your headlights and tail lights, getting you a ticket. Fucking up your car, busting out your windows. Doing all kind of shit. And if you the kind of black person who dated white women, you know this as a fact, that they will stop your car and will try to convince the white girl to say you raped her. Do you really know why? I'll tell you why. Because even white women are members of the Ku Klux Klan. Not all, but some. So some of them have a goal, have a job. They sending women out here. They know they got an eye for black men, but they can still use them. So fine, go get this black dude and say he raped you. Think about it. Look what happened to Jonathan Majors. That nigga is wealthy, rich. Why would she even fuck that up? This man was at the height of his career. Just did 2 straight movies, blockbusters, right? And they still tried to get him. This nigga went to jail for running from that bitch. From running from her. What is it that he did so wrong to her that she had to press charges? She was standing on 2 legs, chasing him. Now I could see if this bitch was limping like this nigga just tried to break my kneecap. You didn't none of that shit. Her job was to go over here and get a successful brother like him. She was probably sent to him, and then get in good, send this nigga to jail, and you got all this nigga money. It just went bad. This is what these white bitches are programmed to do. So watch yourself when you fucking with white bitches. In other words, fuck with the Chinese food. I'm just saying. They have a job. Look at what I said earlier about the Ku Klux Klan when Charlie Kirk got I'm gonna say accidentally murdered by his own people giving a dry run. Everybody in the whole United States was talking the same rhetoric. Nobody was talking something different. They all were on the exact same page as if they had communicated. They waiting on this day. It just shouldn't have happened so soon. They didn't even have, because it looks stupid now. You want to talk about this man getting murdered and another Republican shot him. How can you go to war against blacks? And keep your international whatever. Nobody gonna take you serious. If you just want to just murder us, just do it, and then they can do you like they do them motherfucking Arabs over there who going against Jerusalem. So the Jews can say whatever they want to say because they control media, they control banks and all of that shit. But everybody else have to follow some bullshit rules. So, as I was saying, as I'll say, black people, keep your head on the swivel. I wouldn't suggest going places by yourself. I already seen situations where at least 3 black people were shot, and I seen one nigga get hung from a tree, and you ain't heard nothing about it. I ain't heard nothing about it on the news. I saw that shit on Facebook. If it wasn't for social media, we wouldn't even know that. So these motherfuckers been chomping at the bit to attack black people. So all y'all talking about racism was a thing of the past. And we the old heads, we don't understand that we all bleed red. Okay, you're gonna find out now. You're gonna find out. What you need to do is get with your people, organize, get an escape plan in case you need to, and also learn how to fight. Because I'm tripping, they talk, how could you even think a black person murdered Charlie Kirk? Niggas have 9mm and some illegal Tech 9s. There's not a single fucking gun in the hood that can shoot a nigga from 300 yards away. You can stand across the street and be like, nigga, fuck you. Be down the block, all he can do is be like shooting, and that bullet gonna fall down 10 feet from him if you an acre away from this nigga. So we ain't got high-powered rifles. We got some motherfucking illegal Mac 10s and shit, but niggas ain't got no 30-06s and no shit like that. Niggas got some 4.5s, some 9mm, and that's it. Anyway, I want it to be funny, but whenever I start seeing shit like Charlie Kirk and that type of shit, it gets kind of serious to me. Because you know what? It's one thing to be a liar, and Malcolm X told you white people are hypocrites. But when I was little, I didn't know what hypocrite mean. I'm just, why this teacher lying on me? And my mama be like, all the kids in school, why they lying on you? Because that's what the fuck they do. I was the only kid who saw shit with clear eyes, and I wore glasses. I don't go along with that shit. I ask questions. You feel me? I became what they say, that smart nigga. And if you know anything about that smart nigga, that's the one they say you got to watch. Why? Why do you have to watch a black person of intelligence? Because he'll see through the white people bullshit. And if he see through the bullshit, he can convince other people to see what he see. And next thing you know, you got a crowd. Then you get a crowd, you get a mob. And you get a mob, and then they'll lose control. See, most of y'all don't understand why white people hate black people, do you? They came over, and they're in the process of taking this country. They ain't took it yet because we still here. They can't kill us all off. They've been trying, but they can't. They hate you wherever you come around. Yeah, nigga, if you took something from a nigga, let's say if you was a kid, or let's say you was a dude and you stole a motherfucker's chain, you gonna party with him? If this nigga show back up at the park with his brother or cousin, nigga, you gonna go over there and be friends wearing his chain around your neck? No, nigga, this nigga wait for me. Fuck you, nigga. Now, if you could whoop his ass, nigga, fuck you. Get up out of here. If you couldn't whoop his ass, you're gonna walk away and leave. You feel me? Because you don't want that confrontation. And that's how white people are. They sitting here on stolen land. And you come around, they're afraid, thinking you want your land back. We do. But not everybody's on the same page. If you go through any social media, you see a bunch of coons and barfoons. Barfoons are my code word for buffoon. A bunch of niggas defending Charlie Kirk. How can you defend somebody that we didn't attack? We don't give a fuck. What are you telling us about Charlie Kirk? You didn't tell us about him when he was alive. Why should we give a fuck? But look at these black people and then understand why niggas was sold into slavery in the first place. These are these house niggas. That's what they call a house nigga. Them motherfuckers right there. And before I wrap it up, I'm noticing that, it was the transgenders been threatening to shoot motherfuckers for a long time. You try to stop me from using a woman's restroom and see what happened. Niggas kind of hard to shoot holding a pistol like this and shit, you feel me? But what was I gonna say? Since they mad at motherfuckers and they killing niggas for saying shit that they don't like, black people, we must protect Dr. Umar and Dave Chappelle. I believe them niggas are up next. If they gonna bump off niggas for saying shit that they don't like, nigga, to protect Dave Chappelle at all costs and hide Dr. Umar. Other than that, though, in the black community, we are all right. They got enough guts to shoot at Minister Farrakhan. They probably gave them niggas strict orders, leave that motherfucker alone. You know, but Umar, you know, it'll be just like Charlie Kirk. Umar got shot, nigga. So did he got some insurance money? Can he finish the school and shit? You know, no nigga go sit here and talk about I'm gonna build a school, man. Did you know Ida B. Wells used to teach school at the park? Fuck this nigga need a school for. Nigga, Cal State Dominguez Hills is a university down in Carson. Them motherfuckers got started in an office building, no bigger than this and shit. Office space had about 6 to 12 motherfuckers talking about a college. The Phoenix College, and it's not a campus, nigga, online. If Dr. Umar, and I shouldn't be fucking with him, but if he really wanted a school, he could do the school online. It's a private school, right? Nigga, here's your lesson plan. Send in your money for the semester, and every week I'm gonna shoot you a lesson plan. You send it back, and we're gonna give you a test on that shit. We ain't even got to go to what's that damn video shit? I be paying for it and don't use it. Damn, you know what's the name of that? You know, it's not coming to me, but what's the name of that site where you can have like meetings and shit or talking?
Zoom.
Zoom, yeah. Dr. Umar can hold his schools on Zoom. That nigga ain't trying to do shit. But fuck white women on the down low, motherfucker. Okay, so now we were talking about subject matter, and I was covering like trainees, and she don't think that's a cool subject to talk about.
I'm just saying is because at the end of the day, we're comedians and stuff, and we want to make people laugh and stuff like that. So I feel like when we talk about certain subjects and stuff, earlier in my commentary, I said majority of white people should not be doctors. That kind of sounds hypocritical of me to say this now, you know. But what I'm saying is we don't want to... I love my white people, but some of y'all are dumb.
But you can't please everybody.
You can't please everybody, correct. But to talk down on like the LGBTQ community or whatever, we're comedians. We're supposed to make everybody laugh.
If nobody talk down on them, they don't want you to mention them. What? Now how's that?
I'm just saying is, if you're gonna talk about it, we should make it funny. We should make it funny where they laugh too.
Okay, so let's talk about Dave Chappelle. Would you say he was funny or he was aggressive and just tried to spew hate towards the LGBT?
I don't like Dave Chappelle. I don't fuck with him. I don't think he's, you know what, let me not get canceled today. I don't think he's funny.
Okay, no, that's your opinion. Everybody can't like everybody.
Yeah.
That shouldn't offend Dave because Dave's humor is like subtle.
He's a very talented man. He's a very talented man. I will never take that away from him. But I'm just not, his comedy doesn't make me like,
But do you think the LGBT is justified in trying to cancel him, is what I'm saying. Did you listen to some of the jokes he said about the LGBT?
No, I have not, but I was aware when that was going around.
So what'd you think about it?
Like I said, if you're gonna talk about it, make it funny. He obviously made it funny in his own way. And I'm not saying everyone in the LGBT community is against him. No, that's not what I'm saying is. Because...
I'm saying it.
Okay.
This is what I would like to do. Because we got time and we can push pause. Because I'm going to let her hear a segment. And then we'll see what she says after we finish this. But go ahead. Because our point was, like, you don't want to alienate people. But when you telling jokes, you're going to alienate somebody.
Right.
Unless you want me to tell jokes about animals or the sea or something. But when you start talking about people, it's going to come across. If people can't take a joke, when I grew up, it was like, fuck him if he can't take a joke. But it's one thing to ride somebody. If every time you hear somebody talking, he's talking about the LGBT or he's doing what Charlie Kirk does to niggas and women, never saying anything positive. If your jokes are always mean-spirited, hateful, you feel me, or designed to get people, or designed to embarrass you, that's one thing.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, so.
Okay.
All right.
So I guess that's what he just said is what the point I was trying to make. You know what I mean? I just care about you and stuff. You are in an older generation and stuff like that. I just don't want you to get stomped over is what I'm saying.
There's nothing you can say about them that they won't.
But I'm just saying about you. I'm just saying about you. Because behind the camera, you are a good man. You are a great friend.
But I turned into something else in front of the camera. What you said?
Yeah.
I think I'm true to myself.
Okay. Tomato.
All right. Okay, let me say this. Would you say this is wrong? I have a joke. I'm not really going to tell it, but it was like I had a relative who was trans, right? We grew up together, so I don't hate the brother, right? So I forgot the point that I was trying to make because I don't tell the joke that often. That, he was talking about that he feel like a woman, but you ain't never been a woman a day in your life, so how you know what one feel like? So, just because you put on a dress don't make you no woman. He wanted to go shopping. That's my cousin, so fine, take the motherfucker shopping. So he see Lane Bryant, because he's a big nigga, he's a dude. But, so he wasn't going to, little February 21, you can't take his ass to Lane Bryant. So I'm like, I'm going to go to Foot Locker, because I ain't about to do no women shit. I made the mistake of going shopping with a woman before, and I wasn't doing that shit, but that's my cousin. So I go into the Foot Locker. I'm like, y'all got size 16 Jordan. They're like, we don't carry shoes that big. I'm like, man, how y'all gonna have shoes, basketball shoes for little niggas? What, you got something for a big nigga? No. So, okay, what else you got? So I walk out the store, and he outside with a dress that fast. Ain't no woman in the history of women, not a single one. There's no way he can tell me he's a woman and you walk into one store and get your fucking dress. I went shopping with a woman. We went to 19 stores. And you know which one she bought us a dress from? The very first fucking store we went in. And you know I'm telling the truth, don't you? Because you go shopping.
I'm a fast shopper.
Yeah, we'll see. If you didn't have a boyfriend, I'll take you shopping just so I can see. But we'll do this experiment with you and him. And then to make matters worse, I'm like, I'm hungry. Can you eat? And she said, yeah, I can eat. Now because you a woman, so if your boyfriend make the mistake and say what you want, you're gonna be like, I don't know what I wanted. You just bullshit around. That boy ordered a triple cheeseburger, animal style, large fries with chili and cheese, and a fucking suicide shake.
That ain't nothing a woman would order.
Damn right. So you can't tell me, this nigga think he's a woman. You might like the dress, but nigga, you eat like a linebacker. And you know what he said?
What?
Nigga, I was a linebacker back in school. I'm like, yeah, he was. But yeah, you want me to believe you a woman? You want me to tell you that I think you a woman, and I'm looking at this Lawrence Taylor built motherfucker in some motherfucking stilettos? No. You ever saw a full grown man's foot? That nigga toe looked like one of them jawbreaker candies, big ass giant big toe. But you want me to say you's a woman? You want to force me to say it? Now, if you want to be a woman in your own mind and your own community. You doing wrong what the Romans do, but why you gonna force me over here? Why you gonna come over here in straight land and try to pull that fairy shit on me? Now, that's what you don't want to hear, right? Some of it I think is good.
No, that story was beautiful. That story was hilarious.
But you can get canceled for telling it though, right?
But the last part you said, don't be pulling me into your fairy tale land.
Right. Stay over there. They got a community.
Right. But, I dress like a homie. I'm dressed like a homie right now.
What's a homie?
I'm a tomboy outfit.
Just like
See, is that some LGBT language?
No, that ain't no LGBTQ language.
Just like a vato.
So that's what I was thinking. The message will be mad at your ass. But go ahead.
I don't like dressing girly sometimes. Sometimes I like to dress like this.
With titties like that and an ass as round as yours, there's no way you can't look girly. And that's a problem that women have.
Okay,
Always
you know
trying
what?
to-
Next week episode, I'm gonna look like a dude. I'm gonna dress like a homie.
You got a shirt on underneath there?
I do.
Stand up and take this off. Let the people see. Do a
They've
circle.
seen my titties. They've seen my titties. They don't need to know what's under here. They've seen my titties.
Now she going feminist on us now.
They've seen my titties. Y'all see my titties. My eyes are up here, Michael.
I'm not saying, but you wearing all, in black. Stand up and do a turnaround. Let them see the profile.
They don't need to see the
Them
profile.
motherfuckers
They've seen
come
my
out there.
profile so many times.
But go ahead, finish your commentary.
That's it for my commentary. I just said I care about you, and I would like us to have a lot of community.
She don't want to get canceled.
I'm not saying that because you know what? I probably canceled myself.
You don't need to be canceled.
Huh?
You don't need to be canceled either.
You don't need. What I'm just saying is we should have every single person in whatever community watch us.
But that's my point.
So I want the LGBTQ community to. I want them to watch us.
However, you make one LGBT joke and they just don't just shut you down. Why would that be our fault? Unless you're trying to suck up to them. I don't have a problem with gay people. Gay men, I'm behind you all the way. You feel me? I'm standing beside
he's behind them? He's behind them.
That's right.
He's behind them, while they're bending down.
They helped me through a bad time when I was in prison. But they get mad at you for jokes like that. But real comedians tell jokes about everybody.
I know.
But why? So why they acting all big?
Well, this is a podcast. This is going on the internet.
Yeah.
This is going on the internet, and whatever we say could forever stay on the internet.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
So basically, don't be yourself. Contort to what they're saying. Because right now, motherfuckers are mad because Charlie Kirk got killed over something he was saying. That's the narrative they're trying to pull. Because they wanted to use gays or blacks. But you ain't gonna find no gays in Utah, and ain't no niggas in Utah. That's where they fucked up. But that's the whole point. The whole point of this thing. We can't even talk no more. Niggas can't even, if you want your job, you gotta act a certain way. Why can't you just be yourself as long as you're not being hateful or trying to talk somebody into getting murdered? You ain't even gotta suggest nobody get murdered.
That's all I wanted
just say
to
some
hear.
shit that hurts
Don't
your
be
feelings.
hateful. Don't be hateful. That don't sound hateful. That's what I wanted to hear. What I wanted to hear.
But it doesn't matter with the LGBT. It don't matter with feminists. And it don't matter with black women, and it don't matter with white men. If they don't like what you're saying, they're going to be upset. They're going to try to report you, shut you down, or whatever.
Yeah.
The only motherfuckers who ain't buying it seems like niggas. They just like to talk shit. And fuck you, nigga. That's what you get out of a nigga. Fuck you. But not them motherfucking gays. They will get into a line and protest. If they can't write letters or emails, they'll be protesting outside of your job. All you get from a nigga is fuck you. A white boy, he wants to just hide out in trees and shoot at you, try to hang your kids or whatever. But all you get from a nigga, fuck you, white boy, fuck you. That's all niggas will do. They might shoot at each other if you wearing red or blue, but they ain't out here trying to force nothing on your ass. Matter of fact, they'll tell you what not to do. Like, nigga, don't wear no red.
The way he's saying ninja right now, we ain't getting monetized for shit.
Oh, really?
Oh, we'll cut all that out. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We'll knock it out. We just put an eep over it. Eep. I gotta work on that. Anyway.
That's all.
That's all you wanted to say?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'll be wrong for saying, because I will come up with a new word like fizznags, but they would be mad at that too, huh?
What?
No.
I will come up with a new word like fizznags. Instead of saying fag, we just say fiznag. Because, that's a loophole. They ain't thought of that yet.
Don't say it around me.
They'll still be upset with it.
Don't say it around me.
I wouldn't say it around you. I say it on the camera.
Okay.
But my whole thing is, though, I would never be belligerent. I don't go around fucking with people. But for people to have an attitude against comedians or someone else just because they made a hypothetical or an imaginary, just not even a hypothesis, just did a comedy, and they're upset with them because of their subject matter. to the point where we want to cancel him is bullshit. Now I could see people being mad at Kevin Samuels, but I don't see why, because he tells the truth. But every day it's about same subject, women, 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 women. So I can see why the weak ones get mad. But the gays, I don't fuck with them like that. But I haven't really heard anybody, probably because they get canceled, talk about them like a dog. And really though, let me talk about one of the most belligerent motherfuckers that was in comedy with Andrew Dice Clay. I can only think of two jokes. Like, who are you niggas, Neil and Bob, or is that what you do? Is that cancelable? Is that an offense that's cancelable? And another one, he said, you want gay rights? I'll give you gay rights. 10% off of Vaseline. Now get the fuck back in the closet.
Oh!
Is that a cancelable? Should you cancel him over that? So I ain't never heard him say nothing else about gay people other than that. Oh, you can smoke the baloney pony, but not a fucking Marlboro? What's wrong with people?
And they never canceled him.
The only reason why he got canceled because he cursed on MTV, and he got canceled off of MTV only. But that was in the 90s. But I'm bringing him up because he was a very in-your-face and a belligerent comedian. The jokes I just said of his, would that get him canceled today?
Yeah, I think it would.
So.
It would.
And okay, so which ones and why?
I think the in the closet joke would get him canceled with the Vaseline.
All right, so this is what he said. You want gay rights? I'll give you gay rights. 10% off of Vaseline. Now get the fuck back in the closet. Now
that would get him canceled.
Why?
Because you're basically, let me throw myself an example. You're basically telling me, you want this, here you go. Now go back in the closet and then act straight.
And you don't see the joke.
No, I do see the joke. I get it. I'm a comedian.
The joke.
I get it. Mm-hmm. I get the joke. I get the joke.
But go back and ask.
But I guess also too, you know what? I sound like a hypocrite right now. I did a set on TV. That might get me canceled because I really took a totally different detour in my comedy routine. And I might get canceled because of that. But what I'm trying to say is that I hope you cut all this out.
I like it, but if you don't want it, we'll cut it out.
No. I like it too.
Because it touches a good subject.
Right. I guess for me is I did a set. I did not really like it. And I went against brown people. I kind of offended probably some people in the black community. And I'm just being honest.
Sound pretty good so far.
I did this on TV. On my first TV stand-up appearance. I did this. And then I tried to say ninja. So, you know what I mean? So, like, I had to really evaluate myself and stuff, you know? So, I guess what I'm saying is, like,
what was
I basically just did the clean version in my commentary. But what I'm saying is that, like, I guess from my personal experiences, I want to make everybody laugh. Even if I could make a gay joke about my best friends, whatever, they get it. But not a lot of other people will, because, you know what I mean? I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, if I see you on stage and I know you're telling a joke, I know who you are, Michael, outside of being a comedian, okay? So I'd be like, Michael ain't really like that. That's just a joke. He just threw that out on the stage. It doesn't mean anything. It didn't mean harm to anybody. But other people might not know that. You know what I mean? The comments are going to be fucked up about me right now. They'll be like, if he doesn't understand it, he shouldn't be a comedian. No, I am a comedian. But I guess I just want to be conscious of everybody too. I guess I want to cater to everybody.
This is for the what you call them, the everybody's or whatever?
Yeah.
None of the comedians are like that. Some people are telling you stuff about themselves, or they might be talking about an alter ego or something, somehow they feel. But most of the people telling jokes, they are jokes. You don't feel that.
Yes.
So I mean, even society looks at the comedian, and try to scrutinize him.
Right.
But the world has gone to the point where
everybody's sensitive.
People gonna shoot you for what you say. It just happens that Charlie Kirk got shot first. And to tell you the truth, a lot of blacks got shot before Charlie, but it don't make the news. But you think the gays ain't ready to kill people just by what they say, and that's what I say is wrong. And she's defending the gays. Maybe she don't know it, but she's like, don't say it. But I understand you don't want to get killed. I understand that totally. But the comic is not wrong. You are wrong. Freedom of speech should be free, but as long as you don't talk about us, we won't try to cancel you. How can you cancel? Nobody said gays should die. Nobody said we should sterilize gays. Nobody said we should quarantine gays. They didn't say that. Motherfucker just make a joke and moving on, but y'all turn around and make it into a thing. And you can't compare it with a black struggle. You can't. We don't have a choice. When you look at us, you know we black. Just like the Ku Klux Klan say, we're in your hospital, so are you gays. We're in law enforcement, so are you gays. It's a lot of shit that you people can do as far as fight back that blacks can't do. You can actually be like, I don't want a black doctor, and don't get one. Say, I don't want a gay doctor, how would you know?
Today we talked about a lot of things, and a lot of things we might not agree on. However, at the end of the day, we're not going to hate each other because of our differences. It's been real on King Mike's podcast. I'm Mahreal because he can't say my name for shit, and this is King Mike. Peace out. Mother, fucking